next town, which we'll buy if we're not busy, or we get with Pathways if they need that type of service.
That's
and whatever.
wonderful.
We try to assist them to get them the help or shelter that they need for the night.
Thank you, that's great.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Director of Public Works, Nathan Boston.
Laura said I had to make it 30 seconds or less. So. Y'all hang on, keep your hats. We hired a new employee. Actually, well, he's already got him started. Glenn Fugit. He's really good. He's fitting well with the guys, and that's saying a lot. We also, Dakota Hunley, I don't know if y'all know him. He just finished his last class on the Road Scholar from Kentucky Transportation. So now he'll be starting on his Road Master. Got 3 courses he's got to do next month. I think there's 9 total he's got to do. Here's where it gets interesting. We've been doing our spring cleanup. Yeah, he already wrote it in. Now I gotta put my glasses on for this. We have 1 more day to do. So far we've collected 29 tons, 86 truckloads, 11 30 yards, and 99 mattresses, and 5 pickups. That's the ballpark. Here's where it gets really fun. We've also, on top of that, cleaned up 2 yards. Thank you, code enforcement. One of them we picked up over 5 tons of trash out of.
Is that today?
Was that
No.
on that?
That one, we don't know the numbers on it yet.
Saw that.
Today's one, we got 14 truckloads out of it.
Wow.
Of trash, 1 truckload of tires. We had 5 public works guys up there, 1 police officer, and Mike was there with us too. So that's a lot of people trying to get this done. It took us 3.5 hours to clean the yard up. Got 2 full 30 yards, and I'm waiting for them to come empty it, so then we'll know what kind of weight and what kind of charge.
Okay.
Do we all?
And now saying that, we're trying to do pastries for public works, but we're not getting a lot of people wanting to sign up to come talk. But
What's to keep those yards from getting in the same shape?
what's that?
What
What's
do
to
you do,
keep
Joe?
those yards from getting in the same shape again?
Fauna.
It's a good question.
I mean,
Staying on top of it, and unfortunately, we have hoarding situations. We have junking, for lack of a better term. That's popular. It just takes an active code enforcement
Somebody
program
just
to
has
stay on
notice
top
it
of
and
it.
complain.
Yeah. So it's frustrating because we're devoting a lot of time and effort to cleaning up yards and properties that we could be devoting to potholes and
Yeah.
sidewalks and storm drains. And
I think at one time
everything.
today I saw 3 police vehicles that one of them handled,
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
It was a
Ambulance.
pass, one of the better ones we've had. We've also replaced 35 street signs this past month. Due to being faded or just outdated, we've got more to come. Speaking of potholes, we filled 23 of those this month. We're starting our painting. We've done all the handicap spots downtown. They're already done. So now we're on the yellow. We've done the Valhalla subdivision and a Sunset Silver Creek subdivision, and all around the restaurants. So we'll get back on that now that spring cleaning will be done after tomorrow. We've installed a street light up in Rabbit Crossing. We got the farmer's market all set up and ready to go for their opening. And in June the 1st through the 12th, we'll be doing the annual paint drop-off, turn in, or what you want to say, for the city residents. Like I said, that's for 2 weeks. People can drop it off at Public Works between the hours of 7 and 3. We're going to have a dumpster there with sawdust so we can solidify it to go into the landfill. If someone is disabled or needs assistance, they call the office at 859-498-8744, and we'll work out a way to help them get it down there. This notice is running in the paper, and I think he's putting it on the web page of the city page.
This week, yeah.
Okay. 30 minutes, 30 seconds, am I good? Y'all got anything for me?
Yeah.
Nathan, it was brought to my attention, I was asking about a couch to put out for spring, and I was told that somebody in the past had put a boat out for spring cleanup, and now I've just been so curious, of how big was the boat, and did you take it? Or did anybody take it? Because I'm thinking,
Rumpke did, we put
Okay.
it in the dumpster, I got pictures of where it was in the truck, I can show you. And actually, we picked up two on the same street, different years.
like, how big a boat are we? Like,
It's a big boat, at least 14, 15 foot long. It's a big boat.
Let's bring a picture to the next meeting.
I will, I'll get it to you, but yeah, it was, took 2 backhoes to get it and put it in the
Yeah.
truck and then get it to the shop and lift it over into a dumpster, so.
Wow.
How about the curb up on Main Street?
But what,
The curb,
they actually poured that, I think Friday or Saturday. They
Thank
got up there, I haven't been up there because we've been doing the spring cleanup, so when we went by Monday, I seen they had poured it, and they had to call me, so they have to pour the forms and stuff off.
I went by one day and hadn't done anything. I'll go
Yeah,
back there.
they told me Friday when I went up there, they were gonna fix it, and I think they went to the code board meeting. But like I said, I haven't heard from him, so when he gets the forms off, he'll call me, and I'll go check it out. Yes, ma'am.
I forgot. I already forgot now. What was it?
So Wednesday morning is the last day to put
Yeah,
out.
tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning? Okay.
You're
Oh,
done.
I know what it was, electronics. You used to take electronics, old TVs
Yeah.
and computers and stuff. Is that on your list again?
Yeah, we take, the only thing we can't take for the spring cleanup is batteries, paints,
Okay.
and tires.
So that's all included in that?
That
Yeah.
everything else we're allowed to take, and the county is doing a car cleanup, I think it's in June or.
It is.
And we'll have those dates, and what we'll do is people can take them and drop them off, that's what we've been doing, is we've got a big stockpile. So when they do that, and it's gonna be held at the state garage, we'll load them up and take them all out there that we have. So,
Great, thank you.
y'all have anything for me? Remember, pastries for public works.
It's a great idea. Thanks, Nathan. Code enforcement, Mike McGuire. And before Mike begins, I'm just going to say he is doing a tremendous job. He has picked this up so well, and over the past month, I mean, you just hit the ground running. Doing a great job.
Good evening, council. I'm Mike McGuire, stepping in for new code enforcement. She's stepping down and she's trained me well the last few weeks, so I really appreciate her and everything she's done. So hopefully I can hit the ground running where she stepped aside and everything. Last little bit, we've attended a regional code enforcement board meeting on April the 30th. At the code enforcement board, we had 13 cases reviewed on this last one on Friday. I got an ABC class scheduled for June the 4th. We wrote 96 violations, so on top of Nathan having to do all this spring cleanup and everything, he's had 21 rubbish and bulky, 61 mow yards, 8 trailers/parking, 3 structural problems, 2 animals, and 1 pool. And what you said about the yards, how we could keep those from getting past there, we plan on to highlight those certain yards and really keep an eye on those certain ones that are really causing us an issue right there, where they don't get to the extent of what Nathan and his guys had to go through and everything.
You had to clean that one out on Richmond Avenue twice, didn't you? So,
So now,
This one was, today's was twice too. Today's was the second time he was there.
So do we elicit some type of fine to be compensated for our guys' work when we have to do that kind of cleanup?
Yes, so whenever Nathan kind of finishes everything up, he'll go back and calculate the total cost of the cleanup, turn that back over. We'll send out a notice that here's what you owe the city of Mount Sterling, and if it's not paid, then that's when we turn it over to Megan to file a lien.
So these big heavy jobs that they're cleaning out, we're gonna fine for those? Is that-
How they get
Yeah.
fined. And then we go through, they have the opportunity for due process to have, if they want to appeal it or whatnot, and come in front of the code enforcement board. It rarely happens, and so that they actually respond. Sometimes they'll pay them, but when they don't, then I turn around and file a lien on the property. So it may not be immediate that we get paid back, but eventually those properties have transactions and get sold, and they have,
Yes.
that runs with the land. So if it's not paid off then the new purchaser owns a property with the lien.
Sounds good to me.
Megan is working on several properties for us where they owe the city an excessive amount of money, thousands of dollars for cleanup costs that have not been paid. So she's actively working through those. We have one yard that it's $6,000 in mowing charges. I mean, it's ridiculous that Nathan and his guys have to go mow someone's yard year after year. So those are the type of things we're turning over to Megan and asking her to work through that the best she can to make that right.
Not to interrupt, but one thing that I've started doing on those particular properties that are just ignoring our liens, because they get noticed that we do that, is some of them have mortgage holders. And so I've escalated that by sending notice to their mortgage holder, the bank, that that property that they have a security interest on is incurring significant liens. And that has seemed to really encourage some open communication with the city.
Oh, that's good.
So,
And a good note, with the one that Nathan was talking about, he got the 14, 15 truckloads a day, that bank actually reached out to me today.
yeah.
So what she's doing is doing a good job, it's getting their attention.
Right. Okay, well, we got a good team in place. Thank you all for the hard work. Court day planner, Pam Murphy. Pam, did you have anything? We're not putting you on the spot, but Pam is transitioning her role from code enforcement officer over to a part-time job as a court day coordinator / part-time code enforcement officer. So she's going to help Mike fully get transitioned over as a in a part-time status, and then she will just work court day planning for us and court day event execution as that coordinator. So welcome to your new role, Pam. Well, you already had the role. We just, yeah, we're making you specialized now. So.
The only thing we really got going is that it's the online registration, and that's going really well. Lots of compliments from people that have just, they're getting to pick their spots through the online registration, so that's going really well.
If you've not checked that out, go on our website. You can go under court day. You can go over, like you're wanting to book a spot. You can do all that online now. So really well done putting all that together. Jim Johnson is not here tonight. He is on vacation. If there's anything I need to take to Jim, you can either tell me tonight as building inspector or send me an email, call me, and I can make sure that he responds. Jeanette, do you have anything?
The update I have for you tonight is to let you know that we already have 3 fireworks vendors that has renewed their permit to set up fireworks in the city this year. One tent will be at Walmart, one tent will be at Kroger's, and one tent will be in the Freedom Church parking lot. Normally we have 5 to 6 vendors, but that's 3 that's already paid and confirmed right now. There's no change in the business license. We're still 94% collected. There's really no change in the property taxes. We're still at 96% collected, but that is only 139 tax bills, and that's a very low number. It's a very good number for us. It's a very low number compared to previous years at this time of the tax collection. And actually, our tax collection will extend through June the 30th, and any unpaid tax bills on July the 1st will then be turned over to the city attorney for liens to be filed, and they'll go into delinquent status at that time. Alcohol license will be in the renewal process the month of June. All businesses that obtain an alcohol or liquor license has to renew their license by close of business on June the 30th. After midnight on June the 30th, they will not be allowed to sell until they have renewed that license. And that's all I have.
Okay, good job, thank you. From me to you, here's the schedule for the next month. Just some highlights. Spring cleanup ends tomorrow. The Run for the Wall is scheduled to take place tomorrow afternoon, so if you don't have anything going on, please come out to the Clay Center and we can welcome all of our visitors to town. City Hall's closed for Memorial Day on Monday. We've got First Friday Market coming up that we're all very excited about here in June. And then just of note, on Wednesday, June 10th, that's the employee luncheon, so everyone's welcome to come out to that. We're holding that at the police department, correct? Yes, at the police department. So if you're able to make it, please come out. On this report, the mayor's report, On the left-hand side, just city parking lot 1 is officially completed. It was about 95% done at our last meeting. If you've not had an opportunity, go down and look at it. Looks great. Well done to everybody involved in that. The Big Staff Court, Wind Street project, and the Everett Court projects, water and sewer projects there, those should be completed here in June. And the very last thing on the left-hand side, the facade grant applications, we still have 2 outstanding applications out there. Those expire at the end of the month, so we hope they get those completed. And then at the end of this week, I will put out notice for new applications for facade grants. So more to follow on that. I will need a couple of you to serve on a committee next month to help determine who would qualify for those facade grants. And on the right-hand side, I just want to mention this staffing report. We're fully staffed, which is great. We have, of course, Pam transitioning over to her part-time duties. And then Public Works, we did hire a new employee. He's off to a great start there. So any questions from council? Okay, next item on the agenda is item number 9. This is reappointing Laura Tipton to the 911 board. This is a 3-year term that would take her term through June of 2029.
Do you accept?
A motion. Motion by Trimble, and I'm sorry, who did we yell? Roger?
Yeah.
Okay. Second by Barnes. Any further discussion? Poll members, please.
Barnes.
Aye.
Hilton.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Ledford.
Aye.
Murphy.
Aye.
Trimble.
Thank you, Laura, for being willing to serve on that board. Item number 10, reappoint Melody Fuller to the Tourism Commission. This is a 3-year term that would take her term through June of 2029.
Make a motion.
Motion by King, second by Murphy. Any further discussion? Poll the members, please.
Barnes.
Aye.
Hilton.
Aye.
King.
Aye.
Ledford.
Aye.
Murphy.
Aye.
Trimble.
Item number 11, Councilmember King.
Second reading of ordinance 2026-05, an ordinance amending ordinance 166-90, an ordinance relating to the finance and cost of acquisition, construction, operation, and maintenance of facilities useful in the attraction and promotion of tourists and convention business in the city of Mount Sterling, Kentucky.
Do I have a second? Second by Barnes. Discussion.
I just was thinking about, this is our restaurant tax, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I can't even speak intelligently about it because I know but the paper came out last month with the $2.5 million that the Parks and Rec, I feel like they're gonna get, whether I guess they haven't received it yet, but I'm just sitting there thinking that's a nice chunk of change that they're gonna get. So I just really lean toward, with the cost of everything right now is so extravagantly high that it's just, I feel like we're just adding, I know it's pennies on the dollar, but when you incorporate a ton of pennies, it adds up a lot of money on that dollar. And this seems like a good chance to possibly say, let's breathe for a minute. The Parks and Rec is gonna get $2.5 million. They just recently got $100,000. So it's possibly they're getting $2.6 million here to do some good work with. And just let the people breathe a minute. There's a lot of people out there, that all the taxing. I mean, if you're not feeling it, great. You're doing well. But there's a lot of people that are. And with that lump sum of money coming in, I just really feel like it's a good chance to just kind of say, let's breathe for a minute and revisit this at a later date and, look at that. So, I mean, I think I would make a motion to say, let's table this and see what the Parks and Recs can do.
So you're making a motion to table.
I would like to
any
make a
further
motion to
discussion
table
on
it
the
to say,
restaurant tax?
let's see when this comes in and,
I disagree respectfully.
Oh, no, that's fine.
I just think that, people who purchase food in restaurants, they know that there is tax associated with that. They go to Lexington to pay it, they go to neighboring counties and pay the same amount. Why shouldn't we take advantage as a city to get that additional money as well in order to help our parks and rec, to help our airport, to help Historic Society? I mean, there are things that we would benefit, not just Parks and Rec, but the whole, and I love Parks and Rec, but I'm just saying, I think there's a bigger gain that we will get if we go ahead and do this. And why shouldn't Montgomery County and Mount Sterling also benefit from that if every surrounding county is already doing the same thing?
I would also agree. I mean, I know you, with the $2.5 million now, it comes at a very strange time to announce that. At the same time, the $2.5 million, you think of the upgrades that can be done with our parks. You can also look at the increase in the tax as also maintaining those new upgrades. I don't know what the plans for Parks and Rec is with that $2.5 million, but in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, for $2.5 million, if, let's say we put in and we upgrade tennis courts, we put in a bathroom over there next to the softball field. Those things are going to take money in the future. We'll have future money that will end up
You have to sustain.
will have to be sustained. Again, that's where the restaurant tax can come into play and help sustaining those nice new upgrades that we have. So I am definitely for making a movement towards.
I remember seeing Phil's list of things, the cost of what it was gonna.
It was $5 million.
$5 million, that's what I was gonna say, I thought it was
Look at this
$5 million to get it back to where they really want it.
Yeah. It was
And
$5
he said
million.
1,200 kids.
Yeah.
1,200 kids.
Didn't pay a penny,
Right.
so it's
So,
going to a good
yeah.
cause.
It's great. I don't mind.
It could be
paying
tough
that
on the
much.
person buying the hamburger, but if their child's getting to
Have free
this and free that,
That's a lot of kids.
benefits.
And it's also,
That's future Mount Sterling too, leadership now.
and that circles back to our airport board and what he presented today.
Exactly.
Imagining that's an investment.
And tourism.
And tourism, imagining like what we can do with that extra 1%. I don't think it's considerably all around Parks and Rec. It's the ability to bring in new and put us further on the map.
Any other discussion? There was a motion on the table. There was a motion to table any further discussion or action on this. No second? I'll just add, I'm gonna give you my 2 cents and then, we can move forward. Our city budget is strained and we continue to try to lift everyone up in this community and try to help solve problems where we can. And I'm looking at the now, but I'm looking at down the road. We cannot continue that path. We have to let people operate with appropriate funding in their budgets to be able to address the needs of this community. So, we still owe about $1.9 million on that pool. That needs to be paid. And I think that's something that is worth discussion with the Parks and Rec Board to address that debt, to help get out from under that, which will therefore free up more money for them to use. They need a maintenance fund in place so that we're not years down the road going through the same thing where we've got these facilities and there's no funding set aside for it. So they'll have to address needs, wants, but specifically have a fund set up to deal with maintenance and future projects. Because as much as we want to help as a city, it is becoming tougher and tougher on our budgets. We have employees that are doing amazing things for this city, and I don't want to have to make tough choices down the road of helping fund other entities or take care of the needs, which is what our city government's supposed to be doing: street, sidewalk, safety, security. That's our priorities right there. So certainly we want to lift everyone else up as much as possible, but moving forward with this, which no one wants to have to do, will help free our budget up to be able to address the needs we have within our budget, so. Any other discussion? Hold members, please.
Barnes.
Aye.
Hilton.
Aye.
King. Ledford.
No.
Murphy.
Aye.
Tribble.
Thank you. Item number 12, Councilmember Helton.
First reading of ordinance 2026-06, an ordinance establishing maximum height of grass or weeds on properties in the city limits. And we just talked about that, Mike and Nathan. And it's to 6 inches when I read the ordinance. So the maximum height of grass would be 6 inches.
6
correct?
inches.
Okay.
Do we have a second on this?
6 inches. What? So it
Do we have
used to
a
be
sec-
12?
Do we have a second to go for
Well, I'm still
discussion?
laughing. It used to be 12.
Do we have a second for discussion?
By the time he said we need a mow, it's already 15.
That is true.
So we're starting earlier. It'll be 12 time he gets it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do we have a second? Or a second by Barnes? That right there,
There's a lot.
12 inches right here. That's right now what our ordinances say. That's a bit high. And what's frustrating is by the time code enforcement and Nathan
Right.
address this, this is what Nathan
So
and his
look-
team are rolling up on. So all we're trying to do is lower this down to a more manageable amount.
But what is
Before notices
a
come
mowing deck? Usually at 4 inches, right?
3 to 4.
I mean, you're only giving them a 2 inch. To me, that feels a little shy. That's all I'm saying. 6 inches feels a little low to me. And I don't mow grass. I'm just saying, I have tenants though that I watch their yard pretty close. And it doesn't take much. All the other yard will be that, and then you'll have 1 or 2 tall ones. So I'm just, 6 feels a little strict. That's just me personally, but I'll vote for it.
That's what this discussion's for.
I'm just,
It's right now 6, but if you felt that
I mean,
passionate
we don't
about
mind.
another amount,
I mean, by the time it gets 12, it's ridiculous. I mean, I agree with that, and I'm fine with 6.
We're
I'll
actually
vote for
trying to
6.
get a leeway.
I just know
It
that
won't be 6.
the level deck or a mowing deck is usually about 4 inches, but I mean, I'll vote for it. If that's
you
what
know,
if that's what
it has
maintenance,
to
public
be-
works
I'm
wants.
gonna have to run on mow night.
Somebody.
I know my yard, that's what I'm saying, I know my yard probably gets 6 inches, you know.
Well, there's no need passing it if we're not going.
Can we pass it after this next 8 days of rain?
Can we enforce it?
I mean, it just
Nathan, do you want to
feels-
comment on
feels
this?
tight.
What it is the 6 inches is there. We gotta give them a week. A
Yeah.
lot of times I can't get it after that week. Like, we put off 6 yards this week because we've been doing other stuff. So then you got it, and it's been dry. So that's what we're trying to do is, you know,
some
we
leeway.
get some that call in, I think, in Silver Creek that don't really need to be mowed. But we get them called in and they're really not that tall. But,
You all have to go
The problem
vote in
was
Silver
mine,
Creek?
right?
what, heck yeah.
Gosh, that's hard to believe.
Well, put me on your list.
Yeah, me too.
Throw in mine.
But that's what we're meaning, the 6 inches, time we get to it, you know, it's sometimes 10, 12 inches. All that does is make it harder on the equipment.
Oh, I
You're
know.
having to buy more equipment. We can't see what's under the grass, whether it's
Yeah.
rocks, needles, we have to check all that. That's the only reason we're asking it to be lower before we ever start, so we're not facing it with 18
Giving you
inches
some,
when
giving you
we
some
get out there.
space. Yeah.
But y'all do what you want, y'all want what does the budget. I just
Well,
asked for a
no,
minimum.
no, I'm
If
just
you
thinking
feel
about
another
myself in the
number-
yard.
I mean, do you wanna go with 8?
I just made me think split the difference, but that's just, I mean, I understand 12 is too much, but 6 doesn't give any of us leeway if any of y'all mow your grass.
so do you want
This is
to,
8 inches. I know my hand span is 8 inches.
suggest there's 9 right there.
This is great. I love it, Danielle. This is great.
This is getting crazy. isn't it?
I love it.
So you're the young one, Scott, among us. You know, you say we need youth.
Baby, I don't even mow my yard, so I tell you, a wonderful young man a generous portion each week becomes a most.
We just know 12's not working, so
So
you
I
all
agree.
come to a consensus. If you think something besides 6, it's all good discussion. We
We'll
just
go
need to
like
come
8.
up with a number to move forward.
I say go 8. I say give you just give at least you twice of a motor day. That's just what I think.
So you got a motion to go with
got
8.
both.
Is there a second for 8?
I'll give it to her. I'll give her 8.
Really, dude, really.
Want it to be 6?
I'm hungry, I'll vote anything you want to put there. It's a good number.
You all feel good about 8?
Eight's good. Eight's good.
It's fun to laugh sometimes.
I think it's
isn't
good
it?
discussion, and 8 seems to be very fair.
Oh,
I agree.
Henceforth.
I'll
I'm
go
really
with
thinking
8.
about 9, but that's all right.
So we're gonna take it.
So we'll go with 8.
8 it is, so.
Okay.
Okay, don't hold it.
Any further discussion on this? We got another reading next month, so it won't take effect till